Hello Gemini, welcome into your reading. I hope you guys have been doing good. Good to see you. Sorry I haven't been on here for a long time. You know what it's like, things change, go this way, go that way. See, I've just been focusing on my life, but here we are focusing on Gemini. What do you got for Gemini? Gemini, air sign. Gemini, let's get an oracle card for you. I already shuffled these just to save some time. You've got grounding. It's very pertinent there for you, Gemini. Gemini, who's always in their head, says to get out of your head. And you know, like how they pour it in, like there's this visual here of literally getting on your knees and on the ground and pouring your thoughts, your energy, giving it to the ground, and it's going to ground you, bring you out of, because you're such a bad dominant air sign and you're ruled by Mercury, right? So you, I mean, did I say Mercury? But you're ruled by Mercury or Mars, but anyway, you're ruled by one of them, and they're very, it's like the communicator, and all you do is like think and talk, right? Communicate. So I love this card for Gemini. It's perfect card for Gemini. And then we have shine your light. Yeah, who are you? What are you made to be? What are you here for, Gemini? Yeah. So ground yourself, ground your thoughts, ground your energy, and shine your light. Rise up. Rise up, rise up. Rise up. Shine your light. Be nice and shiny. Ace of Swords. In reverse. Nine of Swords in reverse. Four of Wands. Seven of Cups. Seven of Swords. Page of Wands. Six of Wands. Page of Swords. Queen of Swords. And the Hermit. Well, you know, look, Gemini, I'll tell you what you got here. You have a whole lot of stuff going on here, but you've got this one area that you really want. You've got the Four of Wands, which is like you want marriage, you want connection, you want happily ever after, right? But then you've just got all this other stuff going on at the same time. So it's like not like that you're manifesting this. And I love that. So if you ground your energy and you shine your light, you will manifest what you want. But right now, it's like you don't know where to start. You feel like there is kind of no way to make it happen. You're in your head about it. The Nine of Swords, you feel very lonely and you just thinking. And thinking about like, this harsh, like there's this sadness, right? There's this sadness and it's alone, and I think this is quite dominant. And then you've got the Seven of Swords here where it feels like you can't trust anyone. There's this, you know, I don't know, it's, you know, look, I read the Seven of Swords where you get this, like, there's this suspicious and this mistrusting type of energy, okay? And it's in your past, and I feel like it's kind of, that's the stuff that needs to go down into the ground with that card there, you know, that's the stuff that needs to go. Because it's kind of like this energy, and I feel like it's quite powerful, and it kind of dominates your current energy. Because he's even looking at this energy, and it's like there's this powerful energy that mistrust. Like, I can't trust you, and you know, look, and this is kind of like, I feel like it's kind of robbing you of your future. Right, because he's kind of like stolen these swords and he's kind of like going, or he might have won these swords, but I always take it as a, you know, he's kind of stolen these swords, picked them up, and he's taken off, okay? And he's looking back over here, and there's the circus, and he feels like he's kind of onto a good thing. He knows what he's doing, and he's kind of got these for himself, right? But I feel like this, and then you kind of feel like he's always got to look over his shoulder, and he can't trust. And I feel like there's this kind of sneaky, there's a bit of a mischief type of energy, and that energy I feel like kind of dominates your current, like he's looking over this way. So the energy that's this undercurrent, that's kind of, you've got this 3D level of life happening, but there's this energy that never goes away, because this is a spiritual energy that hasn't been kind of grounded, it hasn't been cleansed, it hasn't been healed, it hasn't been released, right? So it's kind of, this spiritual energy is kind of dominating this 3D realm, even though your 3D still has this hope here, has this dream, has this stuff going on the surface in this material physical world 3D level. This other energy, this spiritual energy, that's kind of is the manifester, is the creator, is kind of powerfully dominating your reality currently, right? And so I feel like, yeah, I feel like you feel like this might be this idea of you know, a marriage or having this happily ever after is kind of an illusion, and it's been an illusion for a long time. And you know, it's like there's either all these options or no options, and then at the end of the day you don't make any decision because they can't be trusted anyway, okay? And so this is kind of what's going on here. And you got the Page of Wands here, where there's like no new type of energy happening again, right? Like the Page of Wands upright will tell me that there's a new adventure coming, and it's kind of it's in a beginner stage. It's a new thing is going to happen, and you know, it's kind of like in its immature state, immature level, but in a good way, right? But this Page of Wands here in reverse is like, well, it's not happening, and there's kind of no sniff of any kind of new adventure coming either. And then you've even got the Page of Swords right here as well, which is another dominating energy. I think they're both dominating on another. Where the Page of Swords is here in reverse again, and it's like, you know, the Page of Swords is kind of like, it reminds me of you know, the girl in Brave with that red curly hair, which is like, hold it, and she just didn't care. And that's how the Page of Swords is when the Page of Swords is upright. But when it's not upright, it's kind of like there's none of that courage either, okay? And also that even it's naive courage, but it's courage, and it's bold, and it's brave, and at least it's doing something, because it's going to mature into a strong courage, into a wise courage, a bold courage that can take on new things and handle new things, if that makes sense. So everything has to start in the immature level as you walk out and you learn how to kind of navigate things. But this is not even getting off the ground, and it's because of this blockage of this mistrust energy, okay? And then you've got the Six of Wands here again. It's like the victory, but it's in reverse. So it's like there's no victory, it's not happening, nothing's happening. I feel like it's very stagnant type of mentality and a very stagnant type of energy right now. The Queen of Swords you've got in your hopes and your fears, which is kind of also telling you like, you know, all these kind of maybe even the idea of what is to come or what might come also has this type of negative type of outlook attached to it as well, that they're not this or they're not that. I feel like, yeah, they're you know, they might be controlling, manipulative, or blah 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 blah. And then you've got the Hermit, and the Hermit's not reflective, but the Hermit is more like, it should be reflective up and upright, but because it's in reverse, the Hermit's like not being reflective and kind of going, okay, I'm going to let the universe, let the spirit, let God shine the light on these areas. And now that it's very clear to me, I'm reflecting it. I'm actually going to implement change and change it so I can get to this goal. Because it's like you've really only got one goal here. The rest is all this energy that can't get anything off the ground. Can't get this thing to move. Can't get it to change. It's very stagnant and it's very held back. It's quite negative, right? But in saying all that, all with these two oracle cards here, like this is even shine your light, and you've got the Hermit here who's shining his light, but you've got it in reverse. And I feel like how to shine your light is to This all has to go. All of this energy, all of these ideas, all of this type of way of thinking, because I feel like also, like, every thought is energy. Everything you think is energy. So if there's no control over the way that you think, then there's going to be no way to empower your dreams and your goals, because it's all controlled automatically, right? But if you can take captive your thoughts and demand and put make them positive, you can turn everything around. Now, I really feel like that's what this is saying. Like, I feel like you can turn that around. 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 Turn that around. And I feel like then, if I was to read that with this situation turned around, looking at this spread now turned around, the only thing holding you back is your habits. I feel like that's your habit. I feel like this 9 of Swords here is your habits, and there's about 9 of them that you do, and it's like 9 habits. It's like you do these things, and it's a continuous, these habits, the habit of the way I think, the habit of the way that I, whatever, all of my life and all of my habits, how I take care of myself, how I see the world, how I see myself, how I see others. I feel like it's a habitual type of thinking, and because of that, that's going to be once this energy's cleared and gone and out and down, throw it into the ground and bury it where it needs to go. Your light will shine through, and the outcome there is the Hermit, where you're shining your light again. And the dream is happiness and happy families. And I feel like now that that's all turned around, you will have there's like a playfulness that's going to come through, a fun playfulness where you're fun to be around, and you like to have fun, and you like to play, and you like to enjoy, and here, like, this opportunity of building and to create. I feel like your creativity, like, not just creativity in terms of like the physical realm, like, creating paintings or something, but creativity in terms of manifesting, creating your reality, creating what it is you want in your reality, right? An actual ability to create. And you're not going to be confused about what you need to do and what you don't need to do and what options there are. You're going to really kind of move into this new way of like living in a very young, like a young at heart, humble, like a fun, like a little child who's just entered the kingdom of God and had never entered it and didn't even know it was there, right? And then you're going to enter in and go, wow, like, all of these lollies are for me, all of these jewels are for me. You mean I can have this house? Oh my God, this is so fun. And you're just going to play with it, and it's going to be so fun, and you're going to have so much victory that you're going to like see, like, wow, like, you're going to be like really riding strong. You're going to be like moving forward really powerfully. You're also going to, your guard's going to come down. And I feel like you're going to have like a real healthy respect for you. Like, I feel like with the Queen of Swords here turned around in your upright, in your hopes and dreams, there's going to be a real elegant, strong respect for you, like, because of what you're standing in and what you're doing, right? So you don't bring this like strong, like, demand strong respect for yourself, but your playfulness, your joyfulness, and your bringing the light, and how you just become this new creation, like a little child playing in the kingdom that's never walked into it before. You're going to enjoy that, and then it's going to immediately have this impact on everything around you and people around you, and it's going to manifest a real great respect for you. Yeah. And I feel like you're going to be able to finally kind of come into your own and really like be a light in the lives of others, be a light and a hope, right? Like shining purely like a little child, because you've got these 2 pages here. I feel like there's just going to be this purity, like a child has purity. They're pure little hearts. They're seeing the world so like happy. They don't know anything. They haven't, you know. And so I feel like there's this deep awakening that will come as a result of that. So I feel like the first things first for you is to ground yourself. Really, like, you know, think about this card and do it. It's a great posture. I've done that before. It's really helpful. And connect again spiritually in a deep way. And, you know, look, you might want to get your chakras aligned. You might want to learn a bit about the chakras and how to align them and how to heal them and how to lighten them, and definitely how thoughts are energy, and recognize how to get that out. So this can all go and this can be turned around, because I feel like that's what's going to happen. Did I go further off the cards? I probably did. You got the Fool. So again, you're going like it's a brand new beginning. I knew that already because I already seen it, but I'll just give you one more for the Hermit. I feel like I need to even give you one more, which I'm going to, yeah, you got the Queen of Wands, which is really regal, really strong, creative, beautiful, powerful, and capable woman. That's what that is. As a result, that's what comes, okay? And now, let me just get you, I just feel like you need a, you know, something else. I'll just sort of get that for you. I don't want that, but I will give you just a guide that might be with you, might be able to help you. Archangel Haniel, psychic ability, moon cycles, and friendship. They fell out. You got Archangel Raphael, he fell out. Clonian and Hathor, but I'm going to shuffle and see. I'm going to give you two. Okay, we'll take that one, I think. Archangel Metatron, spiritual power, sacred geometry, and esoteric wisdom. I love Metatron. So you might want to look up Archangel Metatron and see what he has and call on him to help you. We'll definitely take you deeper into wisdom. We'll love a bit of esoteric wisdom. For sure. Alright, wait, there was one more. Just see what other ones I've got here. Just feel like you need a little bit more. We'll give you some abundance cards. Well, these, I think they're abundance. No, something anyway. Let's see what you got, Gemini. We've got about 18 minutes. Bit of a long reading. Okay, we'll take that. Thank you very much. Do the work. It's not enough to dream or pray. You've also got to take the positive action steps that you are being divinely guided to take. Consistently working on your priorities will make them flourish like a lush flower garden. Well, there you have it. Need I say no more? Need I say no more? Do you want one more? I can give you one of these because these are cute cups. It's just one little guidance word, I think. And then that will be it for you, Gemini. Come back later and I'll get some more readings up. Oops. Personal readings, if you want, you can email me at divinedirectprograms@gmail.com. They're $20 at the moment. $20 readings. Personal readings. divinedirectprograms@gmail.com. Gemini. One final guidance for Gemini. Spirit. Mandera so holy. Kindness. Okay, he's a little child as well. Receiving like the Santa Claus, what do they call them? I call them a Santa Claus, because you blow on them and then they go and you make a wish like a little child does. I feel like this is like God saying, you know, make a wish. Make a wish. There's so much more to learn. There's so much more on offer. Come in and explore. Like we never grow, we never ever arrive in like the spiritual journey. Like even esoteric wisdom, like yeah, we can know some things, but there's just so much more level we can go on. And I feel like this is saying, you know, come in like a little child and receive. All right, that's all I got for you, Gemini. Take care. Have a good October. Thank you.